So I've been pretty sick. It's kind of a like after Mardi Gras thing that happens. People get sick. And I did not avoid it this year. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. So yeah, that's why my voice sounds so rough. But I got to thinking about it and I was like, I cannot think of a better time for me to film an anti-haul than when my voice is making me sound extra passionate / upset. Right? Yeah, that's how we're going with this. So this is going to be an anti-haul. This is the first one I've ever done. You guys know the drill. Kimberly Clark is the genius who came up with this. She gets all the credit for this idea. And please make sure you check her out and subscribe to her. She does not have nearly enough subscribers for how amazing she is. Yeah, so I'm going to do one of these. This is going to be my take on it. I'm also going to do this in the same hyperbolic fashion, which means that this is going to be a pretty loud and full of feeling type of video. If you're not all about that, just click away. One thing that I will say is that even Kimberly Clark has talked about anti-hauling products that I own and love. So it's happened to me. If I anti-haul anything that you own and love, don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. Everybody has different opinions, and I'm also not gonna like spend decades sugarcoating this for you because sometimes people feel this way about products, and we're allowed to. I think that is one beef that I have with YouTube is I'm so tired of seeing these videos where people say like, oh, this just didn't work out for me. It totally can work out for you. Like, we don't need to sugarcoat everything. Sometimes a product didn't work out for us and we think it sucks because of it. And this is basically that kind of a thing. This is not products that didn't work out for me, but products that I look at and I'm like, I do not want that. So, cool. Y'all understand, right? Y'all understand. Let's get into it. Y'all, I'm just not even kidding. An alternate title for this video could be Too Faced, What Are You Doing? Too Faced just released the Peanut Butter and Honey palette, and I am so over it. I am so over it already. So what they did with this is they did like a one-day release on Ulta only for Ulta Platinum members only, and it was just like hype built on hype. So like, oh, you can only get this for one day and only if you're special enough to get it. And I mean, so many people jumped on it, and I don't have any, I don't blame anyone for doing that because Too Faced 9-pan palettes are generally awesome. They're generally awesome. This one is just not. From every review that I'm seeing, it looks like they just pooped this out overnight. Why? I feel like what keeps happening with Too Faced is they know that people are super into their smelly palettes and they're gonna buy it just based on that. And like this is what irks me about the peanut butter and honey. So you have the peanut butter and jelly already. You have the Too Faced semi-sweet chocolate bar, okay? And all of these already have this peanut butter shade in them, okay? This shade is showing up yet again in the peanut butter and honey palette with like a soft muted yellow and a soft muted orange. And I'm so irritated and over it. I'm so over it. You guys, it's a brown palette. It's another neutrals palette, and people are also saying that this isn't highly pigmented. I'm gonna tell y'all why Too Faced didn't make this highly pigmented. Orange and yellow can really go overboard easily, so they're like, okay, we'll just back up the pigmentation. No, nonsense. If I want to buy a yellow and an orange, I want them to be bright and I want them to be good, and I'm gonna actually show you guys. This is the Venus 2. Y'all know how I feel about lime crime, but look at that. You see that color? That is a perfect muted yellow that's still pigmented, perfect muted orange that's still pigmented. Let me swatch these for you. These are the type of shades that should have been in the stinking peanut butter and honey. Excuse me, guys. But Too Faced knew. Too Faced knew that they released a smelly palette and people are going to buy it because they want to add it to their collection. They have got down pat how to do the whole appeal to people in a collector's sense mentality. And I'm over it. I'm absolutely not buying this palette. There is no reason for me to buy yet another 9-pan neutrals palette from Too Faced. And I own yellows and oranges, and I am wearing those today. I decided to try and like recreate my own version of the peanut butter and honey, and I'm happy with it, and it was easy to do, and it didn't take me tons of layers to do it either. This is I think maybe like 2 layers maximum of these colors maximum. I think I only did orange once. I'm happy with it. You don't need to buy the peanut butter and honey palette. You don't need it. Don't buy into that hype. Too Faced keeps releasing these palettes that are just craptastic lately. I don't know what they're doing. They need to calm it down. Calm it down, Too Faced. Okay, so I'm not even sure why people thought this, but people thought that the highlighting trend was about to go away. Y'all, look, these companies are not going to get rid of a trend that means you have spots on your face for them to put their products. It's not going anywhere, okay? So now we've got the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Nicole Guerrero, if I'm saying that right, palette, which has come out. And by the way, everybody's receiving that one with like a broken shade or 2 broken shades. I don't know what's going on, but all I know is that's what I'm seeing and the like passing over of videos that I've been doing. And then we've also got Becca releasing the Prismatic Amethyst highlighter, which is a duochrome purple. Okay, everybody needs to back up. Everybody needs to back up for a second. I feel like everybody is getting their inspiration from the reflective dividers on the interstate, okay? Y'all, you don't need to spend money in order to look like you don't want people to cross the line. I just don't know what's going on. I do not know why everybody needs 20 plus highlighters. You need a maximum of 3. You can get away with 1. You can get away with 1 highlighter in your collection. It's not a complicated thing. And so here's the thing too. So Kat Von D released the, oh my gosh, what's it called? The Alchemist palette, okay? Which is 4 duochrome highlighters. I don't know if this is limited edition. I did not buy this. This just didn't appeal to me. It's basically topper eyeshadows. Or eyeshadow toppers. They're just meant to go, you know, over your eyeshadow as a final layer and kind of change your eyeshadow. And I own the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette, which is the same principle, but instead of highlighters, it's glitter. I just, there's no reason for me to need this product. I'm not gonna put, you know, green and purple highlighters on my face. It's really not a good look in my opinion. That is actually opinion. You can do that all you want if that's what you want to do, but for me I prefer golds, and I prefer, like, my favorite highlighter is the Balm's Mary Lou Manizer. It's my favorite highlighter. That right there. I love this. I love this thing. I've had this for over a year. I can't look it. I've had this for over a year, okay? So yeah, this whole thing of you need to have, what is it, 6 more highlighters plus 7 plus, you don't need it. You really don't need it. And the fact that these are actually selling to people that already own a ton of highlighters, I'm just so utterly I'm so utterly confused. I'm so utterly confused. And by the way, today I am wearing a new highlight because I got to thinking about it and I was like, okay, I kind of want those highlighters. That's the thing. I kind of want them. But I was like, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to throw Anastasia Beverly Hills more money. Like, she already has how many highlighters out? I'm not going to do it. So I bought this from somebody on Etsy. I am so happy with it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it was $6. Okay? $6. $6. You don't need to be dropping $38 for the Becca highlighter that is really just an eyeshadow topper that if you own the Alchemist, you already own anyway. I am just, again, I'm so over it. Y'all calm it down. Bring it down a few notches. Our faces do not need to glow to the next city over. It's okay. Calm down. Calm down. Okay. So the Elcie Minimalist Palette. What this is 5 different shades, all neutral colors, that you are supposed to be able to use as an all-in-one eyeshadow or contour products. What on earth is this? Like, are you kidding me? This has an appeal. This has an appeal to a very specific type of person, that being people who don't have multiple palettes in their collection. However, the place that I saw this being advertised was on Influencer, which means that they are marketing this to people that own, you know, 4 different contour palettes, 10 different neutral eyeshadow palettes. Are you kidding? These people do not need to buy this palette. There is just no reason to add an all-in-one when you already have different products that you're going to continue using. This is not going to replace it. You're not going to buy the Minimalist palette and be like, let me just get rid of all 50 of my other palettes because now I just don't need anything. I just don't need anything else. This covers everything. Well, it's a great idea in theory, but it is absolutely not something that anybody that is this type of person needs to drop $48 on. Such a, like, gimmick product for that type of person. Like, I do not need this. When I travel, there is no way that I'm going to take one palette with me. I'm going to want to take at least 4 different palettes with me, and that's being honest, and everybody needs to be honest with themselves about that. Even when you're like, this is a perfect palette for travel, this is everything that I need. No, it's not. It's never enough, and you know it. You know that even when you say that, you're like, but I'm also gonna bring, you know that's what happens. So that's what irks me about this product. I'm just like, the way this is being marketed is just not right. Market this to people who are truly minimalistic and tell them, hey, you actually, maybe you'd like to try some contour products. I noticed that you don't use any. Like, fine, I get it. But to people who already have a ton of makeup, why are you wasting your time? Are people actually buying? I want to know if people are actually buying this, because I can't see the appeal in it. We're not actually done with eyeshadow palettes, because we still have to talk about the Lorac I Love Brunch palette, which is a pastel palette for spring. Whoa, okay. Well, I have some things to say on the whole concept of any pastel palette. First off, people got upset about the Kat Von D Pastel Goth. I actually am not as upset about that palette, even though I didn't buy it. It doesn't appeal to me. I totally get why she didn't make a palette of actual pastel colors. Now, Lorac did. That's exactly what this I Love Brunch palette is. And I own some pastels, so let me just take a second to show you how they swatch, okay? This is going to be the, what is this even called? The Dior 5 Colors 676 in Candy Chalk. And I just dropped half of it. Okay, so, pretty, right? Really pretty, okay? So let me swatch the, where am I going to swatch these? This yellow shade, and then this pretty blue shade. I'm swatching them for y'all. Y'all getting ready? Pretty little yellow, orange shade. There we go. Aren't those so super pretty? Look, palettes that are pastel are not going to deliver you a lot of color. Like, are you kidding me? That's what pastel is by definition. Have you ever done pastel hair color and it washes out in 2 days and it was barely there to begin with? Has anyone ever done that? Because that's how that goes. And that's exactly how this palette's going to go also. Even Lorac, who is amazing for eyeshadow pigmentation, there's just like, this is going to be a palette that will disappoint if you like pigmented colors. It's gonna disappoint. Like, do not even try to buy this and be like, whoa, why is it not pigmented? Because that's what pastel is by definition. I don't understand it, because to me, if you want a light eyeshadow look, bring in some white. Bring in some white, some pink. I know you already have pink if you have the Naked 3. Like, you've got colors that will work as pretty pastels without needing to drop money on what's going to be an incredibly disappointing palette. If you like light colors, then by all means get this. Like, if you just want to be like, I put a bunch of colors on my eyes and you can barely see them, then hey, this palette is perfect for you. But for people who like colors, again, just don't do it. Just don't do it, because you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed. Alright guys, last one I'm going to talk about. I think this one's been anti-hauled by a lot of people too. This is going to be the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip palette. Does it have a name? I don't know. Okay. Here's my issue with this and a lot of other products that are being marketed to regular people like myself, like you maybe, I don't know. These companies are selling products that are meant for makeup artists to everyone. And that's exactly what this is. If you're not a makeup artist, you're not gonna bother using a lip palette as often as you think, as often as they're telling you. I do have a recommendation. So this is the Smashbox. Ooh, see my ring light? This is the lips palette that came in the Light It Up palette. That was a holiday collection. I think it was like $45, but this has been on sale for $22.50 forever for 3 different palettes. And this is the lip palette that's in it. And I'm not necessarily recommending you buy this, but I am recommending that you buy some kind of lip palette so you can see how often you lose it. Lose it. Use it. Freudian slip there. Anyway, so I like this a lot. I think this is gorgeous. This is the Be Legendary lipsticks. Love it, love it. I never reached for this. I used this maybe 3 times based on what I'm looking at. But yeah, it's just not something I reach for. I've got a bunch of lipsticks in front of me. I look at them and I'm like, I'm gonna use those. I'm never like, let me get out my lip brush, let me get out my palette, and let me do that. It never happens. So for as much as this is awesome, I know better, and that's what I want to tell you guys, is I know better, and I just want to warn you that you're probably not going to use this. Again, if you're a makeup artist, I'm sure that makeup artists, I've seen them, they take these big lip palettes out and they absolutely use them, so they're using the right shade on different people's skin tones, etc. If you're not a makeup artist, you don't need that. You just don't. And you're not going to use it. You're not going to take the time to take out that lip brush. You're not. Great idea in theory, not something that you need. Alright guys, that's it for my first ever anti-haul. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope nobody got their feelings hurt or anything. Again, you know, don't take it too seriously. Life is short. Don't take life too seriously. And thank you for watching. Hit subscribe if you want to see more of these. Hit like if you liked it. If you didn't, sorry. Thanks for watching and peace out, YouTube.